Equivalence relation, the three attributes we are having: reflexive, transitive, and symmetric. Okay, but for partial order relation, student, we need to have these three attributes. Okay, we need to have the relation reflexive, then transitive, and antisymmetric. Okay, so this thing you have to remember for partial order relation, and this partial order relation is also called as poset, POSET. Okay, this is what the short form, and you need to know this short form also. Okay, so sometimes in a university, like if the like sometimes in a question you will not have partial order relation total long form of the thing. Okay, directly will be given poset is this, so you need to know what is this poset means. Poset means partial order relation. Now these three attributes you have to remember. Now accordingly we will be solving the problem, we'll be checking out the example for this partial order relation. Okay, suppose A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 12 I'm having. And the relation they have given as A comma B, where A divides B. Okay, so this relation they have given a set A, and you need to show, I mean, you need to check whether this relation is showing partial order relation or this relation is a poset. That you need to find, student. Okay, so you need to remember that what are the criteria for the poset. The relation should be reflexive, the relation should be transitive, and the relation should be anti-symmetric. Okay, just check out, just find it out the relation R first, and then go for these three criteria. If this relation is satisfying all these three criteria, at that time we will say that the given relation is a partial order relation. Okay, so try to get R first. Now A divides B. So what order pair I'll have? 1 comma 1. Obviously 1 comma 1, A divides B. Then 1 is divisible by all the elements. So obviously I'll be writing 1 comma 2, right? A divides B. Okay, so 1 comma 2 I will have. Okay, then 1 comma 3 I'll have. Then 1 comma 4 I will have. Then 1 comma 6 I will have. 1 comma 9 I'll have. Okay, then 1 comma 12 I will have, right? Then go for 2. Whether I'll have 2 2? Yes, 2 to 2 I'll have. Okay, but can I have 2 comma 1? No. Can I have 2 comma 3? No. Can I have 2 comma 4? Yes, I can have 2 comma 4, which is satisfying the condition A divides B. This is A and this is B. Okay, so 2 4 I will have. Okay, then can I have 2 comma 6? Yes, I will have. Can I have 2 comma 9? No, I cannot have 2 comma 9. Can I have 2 comma 12? Yes, I can have 2 comma 12. Go to next 3. So can I have 3 comma 1? No. Can I have 3 comma 2? No. Then 3 comma 3 I will have definitely. Okay. Then can I have 3 comma 4? No. 3 6 I will have. 3 9 I will have. Then 3 12 I will have, student, right? Okay. Then I will move to 4. 4 1? No. Okay. Then 4 2? No. Then 4 3? No. 4 4 I will have. Okay. 4 5? No. 4 6? No. 4 9? No. Okay. 4 12? Yes. 4 comma 12. Okay. Then 4 is done. Then we'll move to 6. 6 1? No. 6 2? No. 6 3? No. 6 4? No. 6 6 I will have directly. Okay. Then 6 9? No. 6 12 I will have. Okay. 6 is done. Then 9 1 2 3 4 6 9. No. Directly I will have 9 9. Okay. 9 12 I will not have. Okay. And lastly 12 1 2 3 4 6 9. No. And finally I'll have 12 12. Okay. So these are the order pairs I have got with respect to A divides B. How you have to get the, you have to find it out the relation pair. Okay. Now you have got the relation. You have to check what now? You have to check whether this relation is reflexive, transitive, and antisymmetric. Now tell me whether it is reflexive. Check out 1 1 I'm having, 2 2 I'm having, 3 3 I'm having, then 4 4 I'm having, 6 6 I'm having, 9 9 I'm having, and 12 12 I'm having. So it is reflexive. So I will see this relation is reflexive because A comma A belongs to R, right? So it is reflexive. What about transitive, student? Please check it out whether this relation is transitive. Please tell me whether this relation would be a transitive relation. Check out for all the combinations. Yes, okay, very good. I think it is a previous response. Whether it is transitive, student, quickly say yes or no. Okay, quickly type yes or no, whether it is transitive or not. I think you are checking it out, everyone, and you are going to tell me the correct answer, whether it is transitive or not. Okay, so C student. Yes. Okay. Okay, see student, okay, whenever you will have a problem, this type of problem, okay, in your exam, okay, you need to quickly do it, okay, for MCQ also, this type of problem, you have to do it quickly. So that speed you should have, student, and that practice you should have, okay. Okay, I'm getting the answer. Yes, quickly type yes or no here. Whether it is transitive, okay, okay. Okay, so this equation is transitive, student. If you will check, this equation is transitive. You can take any, right now I'm taking only one or two example, 1 to 9 suppose, okay, and 9 to 9. Whether I'm having 1 to 9, I'm having, okay, and then I'm having 9 to 9. So whether I'm having 1 to 9, okay, yes, I'm having 1 to 9. Okay, then suppose you will take 2 to 2, and for 2 again 2 to 12. So 2 to 2, 2 to 12. So whether you are having 2 to 12, yes. Okay, so if you will check for each and every pair, you will be getting the transitivity. So R is transitive. The second one also we have proved. Okay, now what about antisymmetry, student? What is the definition of antisymmetry? If I'm having AB, then BA should not be there. And if I'm having AB and BA, then A should be equal to B. Now check it out, 1 to 9, 9 1, whether we are having no. 2 4, 4 2, we are having no. 4 12, 12 4, we are having no. Okay. But 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, the diagonal element we are having, and that is absolutely okay for antisymmetric property. So this given relation is transitive, reflexive, transitive, as well as antisymmetric. So can I say that the relation is posset here? Yes, R is posset. R is partial order relation here. That we have proved R is posset because R is reflexive, R is transitive, and R is antisymmetric. Okay, so this is how you have to find out how we are going to say the given relation is partial order relation or not. Now, this relation is also denoted by less than equal to sign, that you need to remember, student. Okay. So this relation is represented by less than equal to sign. Okay. Less than and equal to you will have in order to represent the posset. So this is all about the definition and the example of posset. I hope you have understood this, student. Yes. Yes, student. Quickly reply. Can we go for the next topic now? His diagram. Yeah. Okay, okay, student. Okay, now I'm changing this. Now we will move to the next topic, that is Hayes diagram. Okay. So what is this Hayes diagram is basically, you have seen what is poset is. Okay. So whenever we were finding out the poset, okay, we were getting so many of order pairs today. Okay. For a given relation, we can have many order pair. Okay. And the representation of that poset would be quite complex if we'll have a complex relation. Okay. If we'll have more number of order pair in that relation, then the representation would be bit complex and time consuming. Okay, so can we have some convenient way to represent the poset? Yes, we can have a convenient way to represent the poset using Hayes diagram. So Hayes diagram is a graphical representation of a poset, student. So Hayes diagram is nothing but what? Graphical representation of poset. Okay, and it is also known as ordering diagram. Ordering diagram. So the convenient graphical representation of poset is nothing but the Hayes diagram, and that we are calling it as a ordering diagram also. Okay, why it is called a convenient diagram, that we are going to see. Okay, so if I want to represent a poset with the Hayes diagram, I need to follow certain steps, student. So very important steps I'm elaborating over here. Please listen. So what is a procedure to draw Hayes diagram? Okay, so we are going to represent poset with a graphical diagram. How do I draw the graphical diagram for the given relation of poset, that we are going to see? First, what you have to do, students, start with diagram of a partial order relation. So you have to start with diagraph of poset. Partial order relation I'm not writing, I'm just writing poset directly. Okay, you need to start with diagram. So you need to draw the diagram of the given relation that they have given. Then second is remove the loop at each vertex. Self loop you have to remove, means reflexivity you have to remove, student. Okay, what is this? Reflexivity. Okay, you need to remove the self loop. Okay, after drawing the diagram. Third, remove all edges that must be present because of transitivity. Remove all edges that must be present, okay, because of transitivity. So what you're doing, student, slowly you are removing each and every characteristic here. Okay, so remove all the edges that must be present because of transitivity. So suppose you are having A comma B in a R and B comma C in a R, then you need to remove A comma C from the diagram. Here you need to remove A comma A from the diagram. Okay, done. Now third step you have done. Fourth step is arrange each edge so that all arrow points upward. Arrange each edge so that all arrows points upwards. Okay. So in a diagram, you will have arrows for the relation. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to arrange each and every edge in a diagram. Okay. So that the arrow will be pointing upwards. Okay. And the fifth is remove all arrowheads. Okay. You need to remove all arrowheads. Finally, you need to remove all arrowheads. Okay. So I'll be repeating all these steps again, student. Okay, I hope you are writing down quickly the important points. Procedure to draw the Hayes diagram. Why we are going for the Hayes diagram? Again, I'm repeating. Why we are going for the Hayes diagram? Because whenever we'll get a partial order set, might be will be getting more and more number of order pair. Okay, and those giving us the like those order pair will be time consuming also, and it would be complex if we will have a lot of order pair in a given relation. Okay, so can we have a convenient way, graphical way to represent that partial order relation? Yes. So to get the convenient graphical representation of partial order relation, we are moving to the Hayes diagram. Now, how do I have a Hayes diagram for the given poset? Some steps we need to follow. The first step is we need to start with a diagram of poset. Then second step, we need to remove the loop at each vertex. So reflexive loop we need to remove. Third, we need to remove the edges. Those are showing the transitivity. Okay. So we need to remove those edges. Fourth, we need to arrange each and every edge so that all arrows will point upward. And finally, we need to remove all arrowheads. Okay, so these 5 steps you need to remember, student, and these 5 steps sequentially you have to do. Okay, you cannot change the sequence of these steps. Huh? You cannot go with the first one and directly jump with the fourth one. No, you have to follow each and every sequence properly. After one, you have to go with jumping directly. Okay, so step by step, sequentially, you have to go. I hope you have understood the procedure. Okay, now we will see the simple problem and you will come to know how to construct the Hayes diagram. Okay, just observe it, student. Now construct the Hayes diagram for, now they have given 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this poset relation they have given, and this relation is A less than B. Okay, so this relation they have given. The relation is A less than B. For the relation A less than B, you have to get the R, you have to find the R for the given elements 1, 2, 3. This is what the set they have given. Okay. And this is comma, and this is poset relation. Poset, how we are representing less than equal to. And the relation is A less than B. A less than B is a relation. So how do I get R for this? Just check it out 1 to 1. A less than equal to B. Huh? Not only less than, it is equal to B. Okay, so less than and equal to B. Can I have 1 comma 1? Yes. Okay, then can I have 1 comma 2? Yes. Can I have 1 comma 3? Yes. Okay, A less than equal to condition, it is satisfied. Okay, now go for 2. 2 comma 1, can I have 2 comma 1? No, it is not satisfying the condition less than B. So can I have 2 comma 2 equal to condition, it is satisfying? Yes. Can I go for 2 comma 3? Yes, I can go for 2 comma 3. Okay, now go for, just move to the next, that is 3. Can I have 3 to 1? No. Can I have 3 to 2? No. Can I have 3 to 3? Yes, I can have 3 to 3. Okay, so this relation, with respect to the relation they have given, I have put the relation R. I hope you have understood this relation. Okay, now relation I have got. Now how do I represent the Hayes diagram for this R? Now if you observe whether it is, you need to check before going to get the Hayes diagram, you need to check whether it is poset or not. For poset diagram only, for poset relation only, we are going to get the Hayes diagram. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Whether it is showing the reflexivity, yes. Okay. What about the transitivity? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. We are I'm having 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3. I'm having 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3. I'm having 1, 3 and 3, 3, 1, 3. I'm having 2, 2, 2, 3. 2, 3 I'm having. Okay, so transitivity also is has been satisfied. What about anti-symmetry? 1, 2, 2, 1 I'm having? No. 1, 3, 3, 1 I'm having? No. 2, 3, 3, 2 I'm having? No. And diagonal elements are absolutely okay for anti-symmetry. Okay, so this given relation is a poset. Okay, I hope you have got this point. Now, how do I get the Hayes diagram? What is the very first step? I have told you I need to draw the diagram of this. Okay, so I'll have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1 to 1 I'll have, 2 to 2 I will have, 3 to 3 I'll have. Okay, then 1 to 2 I'm having, then 2 to 3 I'm having, and then 1 to 3 I'm having. Okay, according to this relation. Okay, now what is the second step that I have told you, student? You need to remove the self loop. Remove self loop. Okay, so after removing self loop, how it will be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 1 to 3. So this is what the second step we have done. We have removed the self loop. Okay, what is the third step I have told you, student? Remove the transitive relation. Okay, remove the transitive relation. Remove transitivity. Now see this. 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. 1 to 3. This is 1 to 2 belongs to R. 2 to 3 belongs to R. So 1 to 3 belonging to R. So this transitivity I'm getting. I need to remove this. So what diagram I will get? 1, 2, and 3. Only one transitive relation here we are getting. You need to check for different example. You need to check for each and every transitivity pair, and you need to remove accordingly. Here only 1, 2, 3, one transitive pair we are getting. We are removing that 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. This is what the third step. Remove transitivity. Okay. So we have removed 1, 2, 3. Arrange all the edges. Okay, in a upward direction. That is fourth point. Arrange edges in upward direction. Okay. So 1 I'll have here. Okay. 2 I will have here, and 3 I will have here. 1 to 2 upward direction. 2 to 3 upward direction. Okay. This is how I have arranged all the edges in a upward direction. Okay. And finally, what the fifth step is? Fifth step is what? Remove all over arrowheads and replace this node with only single numbers. Okay. So 1 you'll be representing here with a dot. Okay. Right. Then 2 and 3. Okay. So you will have like this. This is 1 with replacement. Okay. So the node we are representing with dot. The second node I'm representing with dot. Third node I'm representing with dot. With this line, they are connected to each other. 1, 2, 3. Okay, without any arrow. Okay, so the node with dot you have to replace, and the arrowheads you need to remove. 2 arrowheads. Okay, and this is what the simple 1, 2, 3. So this is what the Hayes diagram for this given posset student, A less than B. And this is what the convenient graphical representation for this given posset. Okay, by checking out diagram also, you will come to know what would be the posset. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to draw the Hayes diagram, student. Have you understood it? Quickly say yes or no, student. Have you understood how to draw the Hayes diagram for the given posset? Quickly type yes or no. Yes. Okay. 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 Only to reply yes quickly. Okay. So student, what I'm going to do now? Yes. Now what the important instruction I'm going to do? Going to give you. Everyone is listening, I hope. Okay, 134 are there. Okay. Now, student, for your midterm exam, you will have online MCQ exam. Like even we have taken no same exam would be there, student. Okay, the platform. I think the platform would be different, and you will come to know what that platform is. But MCQ we will have. Okay. For the first unit, I have already given you the MCQ. The same type of MCQ you will have for the second unit, student. Okay. Now, what I'll be doing after this, okay, continuously for 3 to 4 days, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide you the videos. Okay. So in that videos, I'm explaining the concept example wise. Okay. So Hayes diagram example, another example also I have elaborated in that video. After that, you are having lattice, components of posset and lattice part. Okay. So that is also important part. What I'm why I'm giving to give you the video, student. Okay, because in the videos what you can do, if you're not getting a single point in between, you can go in the reverse direction and you can see it again and again. Okay, so for these remaining topics, I'm going to provide you the videos, student. Okay, will it be okay for you, student? Videos. So daily I'll be providing you the videos. Will it be okay for you, student? For more example and for the concept clearing. Say something, student. Will it be okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Ma'am. So I hope the videos will be helpful for you, so that slowly you can see the videos, you can put it whatever the important point in a notebook according to your time convenience. Okay, in a live lecture, might be you are not able to write it properly, and like the time limit is there. Okay, so I'm going to provide you the videos daily. I'm going to remind you, see the notification on a Google Classroom on your what you say office official group. Okay, so please check your Google Classroom. I'm going to provide you with videos daily. Okay, I hope you will be checking out those videos, and after checking out the videos, if any problem you have anytime, you can contact me, student. Anytime you can mail me. I'll be there to solve your problem. Okay. Okay, student. Is everything okay now? So you will have online MCQ exam only for your midterm. You will not have oral and only theory subject it is. You're not having practical for this subject. Okay. So only for 2 units, first and second unit. Second unit will be covering up to this week. So for 2 units, we'll have MCQ exam. Okay, student. So you will have 1 and 2 marks of question. That's it. Okay. Like I1 we have done the same type of exam you will have. Anything you want to ask, student?
Excuse
Anyone?
me, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
We have another lecture.
Yes. Sorry, student. I have taken time today. Okay, extremely sorry for that. Now, hence onwards, I'll be providing videos. Okay, please check out that. Thank you. Thank you, all student. You can leave, student. Okay, sorry for late.
Thank you, ma'am.